Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Break the Ice, the channel that strives to seek the truth and justice by bringing you real life stories, interviews with people from all walks of life, true crime, deep dives, and we generally try and seek the truth on this channel. And tonight we're going to be talking about Julia Wandelt, the young lady that we both know, who has been arrested as soon as she's touched down in the UK last night. A lot of you may know about this. Some of you may not. My name is Luke, and I'm with Mr. Ron Swanson. How you doing, Ron?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's a stressful couple of days. Everything that's going on with Julia and just trying to get more information. I've been covering the story since it broke, and there's still no updates. I mean,
You've done a couple of videos on this, haven't you, since last? I'll tell you what I'm going to do so Ron, if you don't know Ron, most of you will. He is what I'll describe as the Sean Atwood's right-hand man on the Sean Atwood channel. Does a great job. Go and check that channel out if you haven't already. And it was actually yourself who put me in touch with Julia in the first place. People on my channel will know that I've done a couple of interviews with Julia. So for anyone that isn't really aware, or they want a little bit of a overview of what's actually gone on, then I've got an article here. I'm going to read some of it, and then we're going to get right into it. So, okay, first word. I'm reading from the mainstream media, by the way. Okay, first word in red: harassment. Yeah, right. Woman who claims she's Maddie McCann arrested on suspicion of stalking Tot's parents. Right, okay. The police have reportedly arrested her on allegations of stalking and harassing the McCanns. A Polish woman, Julia, who claimed she's Madeline McCann, has been arrested on suspicion of stalking and harassing the missing Tot's parents. Julia Wandelt, 23, had just flown in from Wrocław, probably said that wrong, from Poland, was stopped at Bristol Airport, where she was surrounded by officers in front of stunned passengers. So that must have been absolutely brilliant for young Julia. Wandelt's representative, is it Serge?
it's Serge.
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 I'm not going to call him Wandelt. Julia's representative, Serge, confirmed news of the arrest. I'm trying to find out what's happened, but it appears Julia has been arrested at Bristol Airport this evening. This is last night. If it is 24 hours, that is due to come up. We'll get into that later. Just after she got off the plane. How that happened, we'll get into that. The police have reportedly arrested her on an allegation of stalking and harassing the McCanns. Julia, who also goes by a couple of names, that isn't actually technically correct. Okay, she later apologised for making the claims, but this week, and Ron will talk to us more about this, Julia claimed the bombshell results of a new DNA test proved she's biologically related to Madeline's father, Jerry. Carried out by a world expert who Julia has not named, the test compared the DNA to the crime scene where Madeline disappeared from Pride Luge in 2007 as a toddler. Mrs. Wandelt's claim her source believes the genetic evidence strongly supports that Jerry McCann could be Julie Wandelt's biological father. Her DNA is a perfect match to the samples taken from the scene of Madeline's disappearance. Her source claims, based on analysis of hair obtained from the floor of the crime scene in Portugal, also saliva obtained from the bed quilt at the scene, resulted in a 69.23% match, which suggests a biological connection between the two individuals. I'm just going to go further down. This stuff's a little bit superfluous. Right, okay. Right. Speaking to Mail Online, Julia's media representative, sorry, is it Serge again?
Serge, yeah.
Serge.
Like you're being filled with a surge of rage at the Julia Wandelt situation.
Fantastic way to remember that word. Cheers, Mr.
Right.
Ron Swanson. He said she wants both her Polish parents and the McCanns to take a DNA test, something that they have both declined. Why? We will also get into that. He said, despite indicators that she's related to Jerry McCann, neither her nor Kate will take a DNA test. Police have denied organising a DNA test after hearing Julia was not Polish in the BBC. But even if she was just a random Polish person, how can they possibly explain her DNA being linked to the crime scene? Right, now I just want to say quickly, Julia's been on this channel on 2 occasions, and the last time she was on, she showed about 6 or 7 different DNA test results, and they're all different. So this 100% Polish stuff is hokum according to these
Yep,
test results. One
100%.
of them says that she's about 27% combined, British and Irish. Right. Now I'm going to end it here. Then I'm going to get into the meat of it. They have spent 20 million.
Yep.
The McCanns have spent 20 million on this investigation, and now they won't spend £60 on a DNA test, even though she's offered to pay for it. I tell you what, I'll pay for it, Ron. You'll pay for it.
Bro, like we're not. This
I
is
bet
the
the
thing.
chat
We're not.
would. I bet the chat would pay
We're in
for it.
we're in no shortage of people happy to pay for this, right?
Not about
In
like
no shortage. It is the other half of the DNA sample that we're short, Mr. Jerrington. All right.
Yeah, and for some reason, they no one will provide it, and that's what's making everyone suspicious. That's what's making
Yeah.
everyone wonder what in the name of God is going on.
Look, listen to me, right? If your daughter, right, was Julia, and you woke up one day, and for whatever reason, up till this point, you've not done a DNA test, but you've been claiming she's your daughter this whole time, and then the papers come out with, we can prove you're not the dad, you would just take a spite test just to show the papers they're wrong, right? I mean, you would. Nobody would be sitting there publishing that your daughter's not yours. You would take a test to go, listen, this is my daughter. And I'm sorry, there's 4 parents involved in this. There's 4. We've got Julia's and we've got the McCanns. And at this stage, it is just absolutely outrageous that no one will give this girl some answers. And that's all we're here for. That's all we've ever been looking for is answers for Julia. Because
She highly suspects that she is not who her Polish parents are claiming she is, and she believes that she's Madeline McCann, and it can easily be sorted. What I said to you today when I popped into your live, we've both got children, and if my daughter said publicly when she was 23 years old, I don't believe that he's my dad, I'd be like, okay, right? And like I said today, I would sprout wings, right? And I would fly to the nearest test centre to get the DNA to go, look, I am your dad. I'm not having you say I'm not your dad. And here's the proof that I am your dad. And also, not only that, this girl is in this young lady's in distress.
yeah,
She's confused. We both know that. You've had her on Sean Atwood many times. She's been on this channel a couple of times, and she's confused and she's stressed and she wants answers, and that's all that she wants, and nobody will give them. I just want to read this first, and then we're going to get really into it. So 2 things, okay? By the way, there's 500 people watching here. If everyone can give the video a like, if you give the video a like, YouTube likes that, and then it pushes the video out.
Yeah.
Uh,
just before you continue,
Go on.
confused isn't a word I would use to describe Julia. Confused, only in the sense of how people are reacting, how Operation Grange treated this, how the McCanns and her parents. I think we're all confused about that. But she is so focused on just getting some answers. And it's almost at the point now, it doesn't matter about the case, doesn't matter about Madeline, doesn't matter about the McCanns. It matters about why has no one spent £80 or whatever it is out of 20
60
million to rule someone out. You know,
Yeah, when I say Julia's confused, I don't. That young lady, as we both know, is not behind the door. She's a very, very intelligent, very well spoken. She's a very smart person. When I say confused, she must be confused by this whole situation and what seems to be something seems to be being hidden.
Oh
And
yeah, I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. There's no every layer of this is fishy. Look, Operation Grange, fishy. McCann's, fishy. Right? All the investigations, fishy, fishy. Christian, the guy in Germany, fishy. Everything, mate. Everything the way this has been handled. Julia paying for her own flights to come over to meet Operation Grange, to hand over DNA, to fly back to Poland, to be told that metaphorically they've thrown it in the bin and they won't be testing the DNA. Like,
yeah,
this is nonsense at every level of the case. Okay, and now we're looking at a young lady who interacted once in a public to private setting where Julia interacted allegedly with the McCanns out in the street, and then followed them to their door asking for DNA, as she explained on the lives, and in a public setting the previous time. But we're talking about stalking being thrown at her. What, mate? Like, if I'm messaging you and you see it as harassment and you phone the police, they're going to say, can you make sure you write in verbally in that message, stop contacting me? And at no point does any of this happen. So there's something going on here. My spidey sense is tingling massively. And when someone touches down from a flight at about 7:30 and less than 2 hours later, the Sun have got articles out about it and all the rest, you've got to wonder, was she walking into something? But then you've also got to ask,
how did they even know that she was there? Like, I've seen when you've done on your videos, and it's like, what did she scan a passport? And then it's like, woo,
yeah, listen,
round the world. Everyone,
yeah,
Julia is coming in for
right,
landing. Julia is coming in for
yeah,
landing. Please arrest her. What is
yeah.
going on there?
This is a lie for all the people that are asking you. So yeah, I imagine as soon as she swipes her passport, like pagers go off in airports. Do you know what I'm saying? Metaphorically speaking.
Right, Ron, I just want to say really quickly, because I want to address, there's quite a lot of people, 638 people in here. Like I said, like the video. I'm going to quickly get something out of the way while you're here, Ron. So, Mr. Ron Swanson is the Ruth Langsford to my Colleen Nolan. You may wonder what that analogy is all about. Yeah, should we just leave them with that? You may wonder what that analogy is all about. But from next Wednesday on this channel at between 7. I'll start at 7 or 8, not sure yet. But me and Ron will be launching basically Loose Women for Men.
Yes.
It's a place for men's issues,
yes,
men's problems.
Yes.
The things that it's a place for men to talk about things that we don't really talk about because traditionally we've been conditioned to not talk about these kind of things. So if you want to get involved, and women are welcome because women's input is important. Women may learn about how our absolutely like crazy minds work and the things that we go through.
No, they're going to learn all our secrets and use them against us. No, that's what they're going to do.
We can't tell them. We can't tell them everything.
Listen, ladies. Ladies, we're just joking. The show doesn't exist. You know, there's nothing to see here, ladies, at all. Okay, no secrets of how to bend the mind any further of the man on these planets. So, ladies, we're just kidding. Don't
jokes on you. So, yeah, subscribe to the channel. That will be every Wednesday on this channel, and it is going to be. It's going to be all the things that we on a serious note, all the things that we don't talk about. Let's start to talk about them, and let's make this. We were going to call it the Open Guys, and then we thought like, might not be the best name. The Open Space. So it's a space for people to be open, and to say whatever you want, and we'll have a different theme every week. So subscribe to the channel.
The name's terrible. I'm not going to lie. The name's terrible, right? It's a work in process, right? But we're getting there.
Why you didn't say that on the phone? Why are you doing this now in the public in front of all the people? Why would you do that?
Honestly,
why would you do that to me?
Hang on.
I'll tell you something.
Mr. Samson Crouppen, I cannot talk. I'm currently live. I'm currently live, mate. I can't.
Just take a call.
Samson, I can't take your call. I'm live. I gotta go.
I can't take it, but I'll take it anyway. No,
totally right. I'm losing it, bro.
I can't take it. I can't smoke that cigarette. Anyway, let's get Jess S in the house. Hello, Jess. How you doing? Right. So I'll tell you something. Right. This Loose Women for Men, and don't say loose men because that's also an awful name. If anyone here would like to nominate a name or throw any ideas into the hat.
Yeah.
We
What
might
the hell
find a
was it?
name.
What was the name that I said I didn't like? I've forgotten already.
You don't even know.
Was it Safe Space?
No, right. We were going to go
Soft
with
spot.
we were going to go with the open guys. Yeah.
Were we open guys?
The open guys.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, and
A lot of things
sounds,
get said. I need
sounds
to.
like we've had a night down the gay village, right? And there's
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
No,
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that.
But we're not the open guys, right? The open space is the same kind of thing, right? So if people would like, what have we got here? The Bat Cave, easy talk, an evening with testosterone.
The evening with.
Hello, it's me, Ron,
to an
and
evening
it's
with-
Mr. Testosterone.
That's funny. I like that.
Let's
The
have
man
that up.
cave.
Anyway, if anyone's got any ideas for names, then put them in the chat and subscribe to the channel, and that'll be every Wednesday.
Two non-blondes is brilliant, right? But we've got to make it more men's health. Nothing. Two non-blondes. It's a band. It's banned from ages. Three non-blondes was a band.
Listen,
Two
four non-blondes. Yeah. I'm not that.
Four non-blondes. Three non-blondes. Shut up.
Right. So let's get back onto the topic. Anyway.
No, wait. Speakeasy. That's a brilliant name.
Speakeasy. Where's Speakeasy?
Like like
balls to the wall. Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
Let's put that one up. Hold on.
Yeah, balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall.
Balls to the wall. Yeah, that's brilliant.
That's brilliant. Balls to the wall podcast.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant.
Balls to the wall. I think there's something in that.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Bot.
See if it's too men's mental healthy sounding, right? I don't think a lot of men will engage with it as much, but I think balls to the wall and then a nice little tagline, like a little tagline underneath it, right? That's a good one.
Balls to the wall.
Squeaky bum time. Squeaky bum time. All right, listen.
Right, anyway, let me say this first, right? So I think we're going to stick with Balls to the Wall podcast for now. But
Balls to the Wall and Speakeasy. They're the top voted ones. Balls to the Wall and Speakeasy.
Right, Balls to the Wall where men can speak easy.
Holy shit, man! That was genius. What you just say that all again? Say that all again.
Balls to the wall where men can speak easy.
Yeah, that is. I'm liking it.
Somebody write that shit down, please. I'll do it. Don't know why.
You write it, man.
Have you got a pen, Ron?
Listen, man. I'm your guest. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair enough.
I don't need to be organized tonight. Okay, just so you know, Luke and I are actually friends behind the scenes here. I'm not.
Let me write. Hold on.
Just so you know.
Hold on. Balls to the wall. Where men can speak easy. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
So thank you.
Yeah.
There's probably new comments actually. Right. Anyway, right. Let's get back into it. Right. Where are you still here, Ron? I've lost you.
Yeah, I'm here. Of course, we're here.
Right. Okay. So what I want to say now, be on a serious note now, is right now. I've interviewed Julia on a couple of occasions. You've had him on the channel, on your Sean Atwood channel, and you've had many conversations and stuff. And I've had a lot of people saying like, this girl needs help, right, and all this kind of stuff. Now, I'm not being funny, right, but if Julia is Madeline McCann, and she was taken back in 2007, would she not need a little bit of help? Can people just, if this is true, people not understand that? Of course, she's going to need a bit of help. What do people expect? She's going to have gone through it.
I mean,
so
she needs help to find some answers. All right, that's what she definitely needs. She needs some help to find some answers. But yeah, I think this
people are saying it as an insult.
Well, yeah, that's because people they're off their nut, mate. Like they don't. A lot of people
are saying it as an insult, and it's like, well, of course, if she's been abducted and then she's reported abuse when she was younger, and then she's now thinking that she's not who she thought she was, and no one's doing a DNA test, and this, that, the other. Of course, she's going to need a little bit of help, yeah? But she needs our help, right? And there's 4 people out there that could help her. Right. Let me get into this, okay? Right. So,
all right.
I want to say that I understand straight away. I understand people are going to say that Julia has been pestering the McCanns, turning up at the house, at the vigil, messaging them, and all this kind of stuff, right? I get it. I'm sure you do. But, and there's a big but here, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the McCanns who have claimed for 18 years that they're looking for their missing daughter, and that they think that she's alive. And they've never moved away from that. So when someone like Julia comes along, who has memories of being abused at a young age, who has multiple DNA ancestry tests done, some which show British and Irish heritage, in her words, she has memories of being taken, dozens of similar markings to the ones that Madeline has, and uncanny similarities to Jerry McCann and Emily, then why would Julia not pursue this? And most importantly, why would the McCanns not just do a simple DNA test? It could help them find their child, or don't they want to? Right. Now, 69% is insanely high. Like Ron, right? If me and you match 69% DNA, I would think you're my cousin or something, right? Do you know what I mean? That kind of closeness.
Yeah.
So to match a hair from the crime scene, doesn't that say it all? Like, am I missing something here?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it would be like you turning around and saying that you have my face on your leg. Do you know what I'm saying? It's that level of outrageousness if you and I had any matching DNA. Do you know what I'm saying, Luke? And
absolutely.
certainly for all the people who think that Julia is not, and they're just full on unconvincible, explain how any connection can be made to Julia and Jerry McCann.
So sorry, someone's. I was going to address it. Sorry. Hey Ron, who is this guy? My name's Luke. This is my channel. Ron is on my channel tonight.
Yeah.
This is Break the Ice. But my name's Luke.
This is Luke. He's my boy. He's my boy.
Nice to meet you. I'm Marie Thompson. This is my channel, Break the Ice. Me and Ron are mates,
Yeah.
and Ron has come over here tonight because he introduced me to Julia in the first place, and you've done two big videos already, and there's a lot that you can educate my audience on, and anyone that's not seen your two videos so far. So my name's Luke. Sorry, Ron. As you were saying then about the 69%, it's massive. How can you ignore that?
You can't. I mean, but this is the thing. You can ignore it now if you're a surface level media consumer and you type in Julia's name and all that comes up is, you know, crazy stalker lady from Poland. I mean, it's insane that we're seeing a repeat performance of the British media where they're giving an imbalanced, you know, tale on Julia's situation. And you've got to keep in mind, it is very telling that less than a week ago, Julia had this 69% match with Jerry McCann. The experts said what they've said. There's a whole breakdown of it in the Daily Mail that you can check out yourselves. But it's more fishiness. Why has this happened now? Why was she even here? Right? Why? But you know what? Right? Because I know Julia, someone said this today. Wouldn't it be interesting if they've just played into Julia's hand? Because if she's turned up knowing she'd get arrested, right, then they know now that the government has a fresh dose of her DNA on file because they'll have swabbed her as soon as she was arrested, right? So are we seeing not so much Julia walking into a trap, but have they just walked into Julia's trap?
Damn.
Right? Because I'm just saying, as soon as someone said that today, I was like, oh, and I'm not saying by any chance that is it, but if there was ever anyone that would do that.
Smart. She's smart, bro.
I'm not saying that's what she's done in any way, shape, or form at all, right? But in the Netflix series, when this is all remade, that's how I hope they play this out. Do you know what I'm saying? I really hope they play it out like that.
I think that's a good angle because she's done so much. She's done so many things that this could be like a different tack. But I've said to you I said to you in your video today, like no, last night, sorry, it was. This could be a blessing in disguise, right? Because why and how can she arrive in Bristol?
Yep.
Bristol Airport. and the police are there waiting for her. Like,
Yep. Well,
who,
well,
who's
no, no,
tipped
no.
them off?
Okay, so listen.
And Ron, can you know, you're a lot more up to date than I am, and whoa,
Okay,
that is trippy. What What are the grounds?
okay. So look,
Because
look,
you
look,
know a
look.
lot
So
more than I do. What
it
are the
must
grounds for arrest?
it must have been when the incident happened in December. That's when the McCanns must have said something, right? Which means an arrest warrant would have been put out for her. Which means as soon as she's flagged as entering the country, the police would, I'm assuming, be notified if there's an open warrant, and then the Julia Wandelt sirens have gone off and everything matches up. So I can understand how the police would be there and be all ready, but the media swarm has been unbelievable. Unbelievable.
It's like they've been tipped off, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Everything's allegedly. I'd just like to say that everything that is stated on this podcast, unless it is proven to be fact,
Yeah.
it is, of course, I have this in my bio, it is, of course, in my opinion, and I'm sure it's in Mr. Swan Ronson's, flip that, Ron
Yeah, for
Swanson.
legal reasons, sure. Yeah, sure. Allegedly, sure, for legal reasons.
Yeah,
Like I literally just
absolutely.
have this all allegedly that scrolls along the bottom of my podcast when I'm live just to be doubly safe. You can never be too safe on YouTube. And again, listen, it's fun to talk about heroic, potential outcomes for this with Julia, but we need to keep it in perspective. It's most likely that that's not the case, but I'm telling you, man, I can see a small percentage of me hopes that it's something like that. But let's be honest, it probably isn't. It was probably a mixture of being coerced or naivety or a mix of the two. Maybe there's more going on than we know. But I know that a 60-year-old woman who I've had conversations with a few times. In fact, I was on the phone with this lady about 10 minutes before they were arrested. Or before she was arrested anyway. And
on the phone to who? Sorry, Julia.
No, to Julia's friend Karen that was also arrested.
Oh yeah. The elder one. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like it's.
I was listening today about Serge. You were talking about Serge. Can you explain to anyone that isn't aware? A lot of your viewers will, but maybe my viewers don't. Can you explain who Serge is and what he's told you so far about Julia's arrest? What can you tell us?
Oh, just what's in the papers. That's what I can tell you. It might not be what I know, but that's what I can tell you.
Has Serge not been in touch with you?
Yeah, of course he has. Yeah.
Okay, anything you can reveal, or is it all
just what's in the papers? Just what's in the papers. Yeah, that's all I can talk about.
Okay, fair enough.
But I can tell you a little bit about Serge, right? Serge is one of Britain's best known and respected leading media and publicity specialists. Based in this is obviously his website I'm reading. Based in the West Midlands, Serge's career has taken him all over the world, making him in many countries, working in many countries with people from all walks of life. During a long career as an investigative journalist and publicist, Serge became more involved in media and publicity. Serge's career to date has produced many headlines and front-page tabloid stories. As a graduate in business studies and finance, Serge became a marketing specialist consultant, advertising and promotion. Developing that role over 10 years and moving into journalism gave Serge the opportunity to put all of his specialisms into work by branching out independently and forming Effective Media in 2004. Serge has dedicated his time and skills to assessing the victims of miscarriage of justice, working alongside many charitable organizations in the field, and has seen Serge at the front line of many high-profile miscarriages of justice. Serge prides himself on client media strategy with total hands-on approach to everything, giving his clients full attention and protection, and finalizing the best deals. Now, Serge has probably got about 60 front page articles, and he was at the forefront of getting the conviction reversed on the Dando shooter.
Oh no, I did a video about that not long ago with John.
Yeah, man. So me too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a link into the chat, which is Serge's website. So anyone who wants to go and do your due diligence and read up and all that stuff, it's in the side chat now for you.
Don't forget, everybody, to keep hitting like on the video, because the more likes, the more this video gets out there and gets seen by people. Right, I just want to say, so you've put the link in about Serge.
Yeah.
1 second.
Let me just go back to this DNA and everything that's going on, right? Because we done a live stream last night. Sean drove out to one of the stations. We were holding on to see if Julia would be released. And we're now sort of at, okay, so listen, we're at the crescent hour now. So I said to everyone today that I believe we're looking, the 24-hour holding and then released period, in my opinion, is between 7:30 and 11 o'clock tonight. That is
But
when
we're in it now.
we're in it now. Yeah, this is it. This is it. So, yeah, I know that Sean will be live at 11. So everyone who is from that side of things, stay
Get yourself
tuned.
over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be 72 hours. I've just read the comment there from Marie. Her 24 hours will be up soon. If she's not, then it can be 72. But I think 72. I think 72 is she has to be charged with something, or
but I think
they
that
go to the CPS and ask for more time.
Yeah, but is that only? I think that applies to British citizens because she's a foreign national. I think it's different. I think foreign nationals because if I'm in Britain anyway and you release me after 24 hours, technically I should be easier to find. But if we've got a foreign national and they're released after 24 hours and then we need to get them back, it can be a bit of a nightmare. But that is me making things up or putting things together that I've heard. Don't quote me. I'm not an expert. Give me 1 second. I need to adjust something.
Yeah, I just want to say this while you're adjusting. Right.
Yeah.
If Julia is her Polish parents' child, then those parents would know that, okay?
Yep.
Of course. And they could easily prove it. And they could put a stop to this immediately. They could show that she's a fantasist. And in that scenario, Julia could and should get the help that she would need. Right. But they won't do that. Why? Now, if the McCanns are so sure that Julia isn't Madeline, and by the way, that's only possible if they know that Madeline's dead, okay? They could do a DNA test. They could prove that she's not Madeline, and they could swat her away like a fly, and she'd have zero credibility, and she wouldn't be able to talk in this capacity ever again. Nobody will do any of it. The Polish parents won't prove that she's theirs. I mean, if she's such... Right, here's something that people say to me as well, Ron. You still there? You're doing some stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm good, mate. I'm just not wanting to get demonetized by, showcasing my filthy addiction to the world here.
Oh yeah. Okay. 1 second. Right. So I'll say this right. So I want people to think about this because this is something that I've thought about a lot. Right. He's smoking a lot.
Burritos. She knows the lore. She knows the Rod lore. She knows the Rod lore.
Right. So I want to say this. I want to say this to everybody. Right. When people say they won't do the DNA test because they know Maddie is dead. Right. Now, if you really, really think about that properly, if you really, really think about it, if they know she's dead, it would actually benefit them to do the DNA test because they would know. It would help them twofold. Firstly, it would show that they're cooperating and they're looking for their missing child. Yeah?
Yep.
And secondly, it would rid them of the fly that's in their hair that's bugging them in Julia. It would rid them of her because they know we know Madeline's dead, allegedly. We know she's dead, right? So let's do the test and we'll never hear from Julia again. She'll be discredited. No one's going to listen to her. She's going to look like a fantasist. We're going to look good. Oh no.
Good. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Do the spite test. Just out of spite, do it. Do you know what I mean? Surely at this stage, 20 million in, somebody
right, wait, hold on. Who says? Right, okay. Ron, I'll leave that over to you.
Who says they denied a DNA test? Who, the McCanns?
They haven't. Nobody has done one. It's fact.
So the DNA from the McCanns was taken from Project Grange's findings and their reports. Further DNA analysis has been denied or ignored. Okay, so all right. So you can look at this two ways. If I send you an email or a message and I know you have read it and you don't reply, is that denying or ignoring? And at what point does the two become one, right? Because I'm sorry, but I think there has been a clear message sent through the echoing silence of the McCanns that answer has been well and truly solved, that they have no intention of giving over DNA for any examinations with Julia. Because I imagine it would have been done when Operation Grange obtained the sample from her after she flew herself over here. I think the McCanns could become heroes overnight once again by just stepping up and eliminating this. And I tell you what, I'll go one further. How about you, mum and dad, back in Poland? What's the problem? What's the problem? Because when 4 people deny a girl the answers as to who she is, and none of you want to do it, and none of you budge, that reeks of conspiracy.
Absolutely.
It reeks of you hiding something. And in fact, all of this suddenly starts making sense when you add conspiracy. Because the failings, the shortcomings, it can't be a series of unfortunate events. That's all I'm saying.
Right. So the thing about the McCanns, right?
Yeah.
Is that they've always protested so hard that they think that Madeline's alive. They always have said that they believe that Madeline is still alive.
Correct.
And they're looking for her. But yet they treat Julia with such venom and anger and just
That's a good point.
like she's kind of just not like she's just nothing. But these are parents that are looking for their missing child, apparently. Now, if I, like we said before, if I lost my child, right, and a mixed race alien came down from Jupiter saying that they were my child, yeah, I'd do a DNA test. Okay, maybe not that far, but you get my point. You get my point.
I do get your point. And it's kind of madness at this stage, I'm not going to lie, that she's now been arrested, right? So surely now everyone, we can agree the right thing is to get her answers, right? She's now been arrested. Enough's enough. Someone needs to step up. One of the 4 needs to step up with this. And it needs to be done in a way that completely eradicates more suspicion.
I think this is a blessing. What's happened?
He deserves that.
I think this is a blessing in disguise, Ron, because what's happening now is people are questioning why she's been arrested straight away, and why none of the 4, the Polish parents or the McCanns, will do a DNA test when it's 60 quid. Like you said, someone in this chat would pay for it. I'd pay for it. You'd pay for it. And more people are now talking about this. Has made the New York Post.
Yeah.
This being arrested has gone all over the world, and I think this is a blessing in disguise because the pressure is going to mount, and it has to mount on the one of the 4 to do it. And the longer they don't do it, how can they have 20 million in the Search for McCann fund and not say you need to do a DNA test? Or you need, or you need to compare your DNA with Julia. It would answer the question.
Or what about if you believe your daughter's alive? Why have you not got fresh DNA samples from mum and dad available to Project Grange at any point in time, so they can go out and find your daughter? Would that not make sense? I mean, I'm pretty sure it would, right?
Absolutely. It's like they're trying so hard to not get the truth of who Julia is whether she's Madeline or not, right? They just, for some reason, the truth of who Julia is, it seems like they don't want that out there, right? Now, what is the alleged cover up going on here? How high does this go? I mean, allegedly, this is, again, everything is allegedly unless fact. Now, John Wedger has said this on my channel in an interview that we did about the case. John Wedger, friend of your channel, friend of mine, great guy, done some great work. Now, this is out there on my channel, so it's absolutely fine to re-quote. Now, John Wedger said to me in an interview that there was rumours that the McCanns were swingers, okay? And there was a mention of Gordon Brown's brother. So how high up does this go? What's the? There must be some. It feels like some high up cover up. Something feels very, very, very off. Something else as well, right? So you've got the whole. No one will do a DNA.
Right.
You've got a 28 years in Scotland Yard detective talking about rumours allegedly swinging at parties where Gordon Brown's brother was. Gordon Brown was the Prime Minister at the time.
Yeah.
All of the McCanns, not everyone may know this, but all of the McCanns' children are IVF. All of them.
Interesting.
And now I don't know what that means, right?
Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Pardon?
Talk a little more about that. That's like.
Well, that's just what I know. That all of them were conceived through IVF. I don't know what that means, but it's something to just throw out there. Like, they were all IVF. So I don't know if anyone in the chat knows about much about IVF, but so let's say, like, so I'm 50% my mother, 50% my father, DNA, genes, all that.
Yep.
Is that the same with IVF?
I don't know.
And that's the thing, that these are the questions I'm asking now to people.
These are some interesting points, Luke, right? That's something that if somebody wanted to, like, maybe go and Google.
Yeah, does anyone know? Right, if they were IVF, I wonder if there are more embryos left.
Because
right, if anyone wants to, like, just nip into Google and do some IVF research and come back in, then
I think that should be your community and my community's combined homework.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should keyboard
IVF
warrior
is known to produce twins. Yeah.
Interesting. Known to produce
is there
twins.
Another person? Because what I'm getting at, and because I don't know about IVF, but what I'm thinking is it different in terms of gene pool? Do you get 50%?
Is it different in the sense that if you
50,
said you were having a baby, right? And let's say, you had twins and, you sold one, nobody would notice that one was missing, right? Allegedly. I'm not saying anything.
Allegedly, everything. Missing mysteries. Hello. Oh, I pressed the wrong one. Apologise for pressing the wrong one. I gave you one more. I gave you a second of the limelight. Hi, Stacey. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here tonight. I just So someone said, no, it's not different. Sorry, hold on. I'm pressing. This is my first time running StreamYard, and I am a noob. Yeah, there's a good one as well. She looks like Emily. Madeline looks like damn well a lot like Emily. That's out there in the public domain if you wanted to Google that. It's got like the same kind of mouth, haven't they?
Top lip, nose, a few other facial features. Yeah, I've not compared the ears yet.
Like the chin as well, just the kind of
chin. Chin. That's another one. Yep.
And she looks like it looks like Jerry as well.
Maddie was IVF according to Google. Isn't that interesting, Susan? Yes.
They were all the children were IVF.
Yeah.
All of them. Right, now I'm going back to what I said about what John said about the facts. Right, let's put these things together, yeah?
All right.
John said what he said about the rumours, allegedly, right, about the swinging and Gordon Brown's brother.
Yep.
And the elites. The fact that no one will do a DNA test. No one. No one at all. Kate, Jerry, the Polish parents, and she's been arrested straight away. She just wants to get someone to give an answer. If it looks like a duck, it waddles like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, yeah, it's safe to say it's a duck.
Pokemon. Yeah, a duck. A duck. Yeah, I'm with you.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, do you see where I was going with that? Don't you? Like the duck.
Yeah, listen, I'm with you, man. I'm fully on board, brother.
It's like all the ducks lead to the final duck.
It's kind of like there's too much. There's just too much nonsense going on with this. Did your community get to hear the phone call between Operation Grange and Julia when Operation Grange called her?
When I interviewed Julia, she mentioned it. So what I did is I put the link in that interview in the description to the phone call that was on Sean's channel.
All right, okay.
So that is there. But do you want to? Oh, well, this is something as well. Before I want to go into that phone call quickly, right?
All right.
Right. I wonder if anyone's thought this before. By the way, we've got nearly 1,000 people here, which is brilliant. So if you're new to this channel, then please hit like, subscribe. I've got a full playlist on the Madeline McCann case. I do a lot of true crime deep dives, Nicola Bully, the Moors murders, and I interview many different people from all walks of life in the crime sector, just people might have addiction problems or your everyday person. But if you want to check out some of my true crime playlists and stuff like that, subscribe to the channel, check it out. I've done 2 interviews with Julia and a big one with John Wedger. So yeah, please consider subscribing to the channel. And also, if you are from Break the Ice, then please consider subscribing to the Sean Atwood channel. Right, I wonder if you thought this, Mr. Ron Swanson, right?
Also, Ron's channel. Also, subscribe to Ron's channel. It's awesome.
Yes. Did I not say that?
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm only busting your chops. I've been posting my web. I've been spamming your community with my website. I'm only busting your chops. So I'm just going to post it again, and all my links are there. I've got a channel. I used to have a huge channel. Then YouTube took it away when I went after Spielberg. They said nah, and I was like, all right, fair enough. But we bounced back. But sorry, carry on, Luke. Carry on.
Yeah. Right. I wonder if I was thinking this today, right? So you know how Julia is like desperately trying to get this DNA test. Yeah. From anyone.
Yeah.
And it's being refused by the 4 parents involved, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to consider just the McCanns in what I'm about to say here. But hold on, this keeps logging me out. But I'm back now. Right. Now, if you think about it, right, if anything, if Julia was lying, about what she's saying, it should be the McCanns demanding for the DNA. They should be demanding for the DNA. And it should be, if Julia was lying, it should be Julia refusing to take it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm 100. Yeah, I completely.
But it's not. Julia is desperate for it, and they outright won't do it.
Right.
And I mean, like I said, if it waddles and quacks and walks, and it's got its little, what are they called? What are duck's feet called? What are they called? Someone? If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck again, it's probably a duck. So
yeah, but what is it? Yeah, but what do they walk on, Luke?
What are they called? You know it, don't you? Someone.
I don't know. I'm just gonna go with like little duck flippers, right? Flippers. Yeah, we're going with flippers.
They're not called flippers.
Yeah, they're little duck flippers, man.
Aren't they called little webs?
Little webs. What the hell are ducks' feet called?
How have we gone?
I don't
know.
Web
feet. Let's go with Lucy. How have we gone? Feet. How have we gone from what we're talking about to duck's feet? But you know, sometimes like in something so serious like this, you know, you need to throw a little bit of humor in because you're gonna like go crazy with it.
Plus, Ron's got serious ADHD, and y'all have to put up with it.
Mate, don't.
Okay, we're all wrong. A duck's feet are called a palmate, derived from the Latin palmatus, meaning shaped like an open palm. We are learning things, ladies and
Yo,
gentlemen.
where's this? Where's this?
Palmus, from the Latin for, I've already forgotten it. Palmet, though, right? Any news? I'll double check the headlines now for Julia. We were just catering to Ron's ADHD for a second.
Yeah, that's two of us. By the way, me and Ron both have ADHD. That was actually the inspiration for us doing the Loose Women for Men. Is we both got ADHD. Obviously, you've seen how we both operate. It's like
for me, it was more of
like a broken pinball machine.
Yeah, for me, it was more like narcissistic. Come and look at me, listen to me, everyone give me your attention, look at me. That's what sort of drove me to it, if I'm being honest. But I also have mental problems, and I'd like to talk about it. So,
do you know what? And so do I. And I don't mind wearing that on my sleeve because it helps people. Do you know what I mean? You're frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you frozen in 4. I thought you frozen in like
no, we're not frozen.
Internet frozen. But yeah, like I think it's good to wear issues like on your sleeve, and then with me and you've got a very big platform with Sean. Mine's a growing platform, and I think it's good to not just sit there like thinking, yeah, I'm absolutely perfect, got my shit together.
Yes, Uber
Let people know that
you nailed it. Uber Fuber nailed it on the head. That is me in a nutshell. But I'm well balanced. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Purple turquoise writing.
Don't be scared.
Right, so let's get back on to
so yeah, there's no new headlines, there's no new headlines news or anything like that. And it's just going to be a case of sitting and waiting. I think the side chat was right when they mentioned that we're in the hours now where the first 24 hours will be up. This will be telling to see whether or not charges are brought for a start. This will be an opportunity for that to be declared, I would imagine, legally, which will be coming up soon. And we'll know more if Julia is or is not charged, first of all. That's probably the next thing we're going to find out, if I'm being honest.
So you say Sean's going live at 11, is he?
Yeah.
Thank you to Nick. Nick, hold on. The McCann's case is like trying. 1 second, it goes so fast. The McCann's case is like trying to find a cure for cancer. It's not going to happen. Too many people with their piece of the pie making too much money. That
is a bloody horrific analogy. That's a horrifically accurate analogy. Like, also, look, I'm very sorry, everybody. I've got another show beginning in 5 minutes with Beverly, so we're going to have to regroup this the next time. We'll pick this up next time, though. But Julia is 100% being accused of false crimes and accusations. This woman did no stalking, did nothing, and she'll beat this. I've got full confidence. But this isn't the last time you'll see me and Luke talking about this.
Not at all.
So yeah.
Well, we'll speak about. Well, yeah. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on for the hour. I appreciate that. And if there's big developments, what have you, in the next few days, then come back on again and we'll talk more about it. Yeah,
100%. All right, everyone. Thank you for putting up with me.
Just before you go, I'm gonna stick around for a little bit. Just gonna say a few more things that are on my little list of things to say. Like I said, don't forget to, if you are new, subscribe to the channel. If you want to come and join me and Ron in what I wrote it down. Hold on. If you want to join me and Ron on the Balls to the Walls podcast, where men can speak easy. Thank you to the two people that kind of put that one together.
No, someone in the side chat had a better one. It was Balls to the Wall, where men can bear it all.
Hold on, whoa, yo.
Balls to the Wall, where men can bear it all. And I thought that was brilliant because of the double meanings behind it.
Balls to the Wall, where men. That's fantastic. Who said that?
I don't know, but I'm not taking credit for it. It was miscellaneous side chat person.
Thank you very, very, very much for that person. Appreciate it. So, yeah,
I gotta go.
Right, you got to go. Peace. You might take loads of people with you, but fair enough. I'll speak to you. I'll speak to you soon.
All right, brother. Peace.
See you later. Thank you to Mr. Ron Swanson. It's great to get his insight on things that have been going on with Julia. What are people thinking? What are people thinking about? I'm going to stick around for another 15, 20 minutes or so. What are people thinking is going on with Julia? I need to get off. I need to get off. I've got my YouTube open there. 1 second. Read some of these comments. What really like I can't get my head around is how Julia can come over to the UK, arrive in a small airport like Bristol Airport, and hold on a minute, what's going on there? Arrive in a small airport like Bristol Airport and be pounced upon like the SWAT team's just landed. Like, for what reason? How did they know? Does her passport scan and then there's like a signal going round saying Julia's on her way, Julia's on her way, Julia's on her way? What's the big cover up? What's the big secret? Why will nobody do a DNA test? With Julia, there's 4 people that could do this. There's 4 people out there that could do this, and they won't. And it could so easily be solved. And I just want to say this again, right? I said this before, but there may be a few people that have come in. So if you are new, then I want to say this, right? Two things. Let's just have a look at some of these. And then I will say what I was about to say. It's possible that a passport was flagged. Yeah, it is possible. So I just want to say this again. I said it earlier. Thank you, Gloria. Yeah, well, I think people need to ask them. And here's the thing as well, like, I'm not saying that Julia is Madeline McCann, because I don't know. I don't think Ron's saying that Julia is Madeline McCann, because Ron doesn't know. Or Sean. Julia is not saying, I am Madeline McCann. She thinks that she is. But we wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't be having this discussion right now if one of these parents would just do a DNA and give her the answer. So I'm going to say this again for anyone that's new. If Julia is her Polish parents' child, then she would know that. Sorry, then they would know that. The parents would know. And they could easily prove it by doing a DNA test. And they could put a stop to this immediately. They could show that she's a fantasist or a liar. And in that scenario, Julia could get some help that she would need. In that scenario, we can agree that she would need that help if they proved that she was their daughter. Obviously, Julia would be wrong in that scenario. Now, if the McCanns are so sure that she isn't Maddie, now they can only be certain if they know that Madeline is dead. Then they could do the DNA test. They could prove it and swat her away like a fly. And Julia would have zero credibility. And she wouldn't be able to talk in this capacity ever again. But nobody will do it. I've spoken to Julia on the phone. I've done interviews with her. I've spoken away from the camera, and she is not crazy. She's very intelligent. She's with it. She's done so much work. She's got so many DNA tests done with so many different results. And she's been proven that she's 100% Polish. That isn't true. She's had 6, 7 tests and varying results come in. On a couple of them, it's like 27% together, British and Irish. 27%. So it's gone 100% Polish on one, 27% British and Irish on another one. And then she's had all sorts of different results. So we can sit here and speculate and talk about it and go, why is that test like that? Why is that test like that? Why is she saying this? Why is she thinking that? Well, let's just do a DNA test and find out. And like I said before, I think this could be a good thing. I think that this may actually be, let me just move back a little bit. This actually could be a blessing in disguise now, because a lot of people are talking about it. It's this story about her being arrested. It's gone all over the world. It hit the New York Times. It's traveling all over the world, and I think more people, more communities, more people in the true crime world, you people that might not even know about Julia up until now may start thinking, what's the big to do here? Why won't someone just do a DNA test? And that's what it all boils down to. She's tried to do a petition to get a DNA test, and I don't think that she was allowed to. Like, I think you have to apply for a petition, and I don't think it was accepted. So many questions. Could the police? Here we go. Sorry, I pressed the wrong one there. So, could the police make Kate and Jerry do a DNA test? Now, that's a good question. I don't know if. Oh my God, what is going on here? I don't know if they've got Kate or Jerry's DNA on file or in system. You would expect that they should, but the thing is that Operation Grange will not test Julia's against Kate and Jerry's. This is doing my head in. I'm just going to turn this right down because a little pop-up keeps coming up. Operation Grange won't test Julia's DNA. So I would say that they possibly do have Kate and Jerry's DNA, but they won't test it against it. And if anyone's not heard the phone call that Julia had with Operation Grange, it's on Sean Atwood's channel. If you go to my interview, which is on this channel, there's a playlist, and it's the first one that I did. I think it's called I Think I'm Madeline McCann. If you go to that, there's a link in there which actually takes you to the phone call that Julia had with Operation Grange, and that's on Sean Atwood's channel. So if you go to that, you can find it. And they rang her and they said, You're not Madeline. And she said, Well, how do you know? Yeah. Julia had proof of that phone call. Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. It's on Sean Atwood's channel. And they're saying you're not Madeline. And she says, Okay, well, how do you know? How do you know that I'm not Madeline? You're just not. We don't need to test it. I'm paraphrasing, but they haven't tested that DNA. So how do they know? Where is Julia? So Julia is, I believe, she was arrested. She was arrested last night upon arriving at Bristol Airport. Who knows why the police were all there waiting? But they were. She was arrested, and in UK law, you can be held for 24 hours. I think that is coming to an end now. I believe that she was arrested about 8 o'clock. Don't quote me. Going off what Ron and Sean said. So that should be coming up, ending now. But they can apply, I believe, to the CPS for more time. I don't know how they would get that time, really. I don't know exactly what she's done to warrant being thrown in a cell. Now, yeah, people will argue and will say that, and I said this at the Casabear. There you go, Casabear knows. So it was about 8 o'clock last night. So she should be released now. And if the CPS, I wouldn't. This is just an educated guess. I can't imagine the CPS granting more time. And again, with how wild this is and how none of it makes sense, it wouldn't surprise me if more time was granted. Nothing makes sense in this. It all just seems dodgy. Of course, that is in my opinion. You've always got to say that in this day and age. Linda, you're asking the question. You're asking the big question. Why won't the McCanns do a DNA test? It'll solve it for Julia. That's the thing. That is the big thing. Why? That's the question that a lot of people are wondering. For what reason? And I said this before as well. Right. So if I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, but there's new people coming and people going. The McCanns protest so hard that they think Madeline is still alive and that they're looking for her. And they've always said that they believe Madeline's alive and they're looking for her. They've had £20 million in the search fund. And yet they treat Julia with such like dismay and venom and anger. It doesn't really appear that they. It's one of them, innit? Like, if imagine your child. People that have got children here. I've got a child, right? Imagine your child was taken when they were 3 years old, and then let me go back up actually because I said something here. Right, okay. Imagine your child was taken, and at 3 years old, and then 18 years later came this person, this adult came into your life, and they had similar markings, similar birthmarks, similar freckles, similar scars, the same kind of teardrop in the iris, looks like one of your other children, looks like one of the parents, so either yourself or your partner. If that child walked into your life, would you not move the earth to do that DNA test? You do anything, surely. And it's the McCanns who have claimed for 18 years that they're looking for Madeline, and that they think she's alive. And Julia's come along with the memories. She said she's got all these memories of being abused at a young age. She's had multiple DNA tests done with multiple DNA ancestry tests, some which show British and Irish heritage. In her words, she's got the memories of being taken. Dozens of similar markings to the one Madeline has, and she's uncannily similar to Jerry and Emily. So when people argue about, well, she is harassing the McCanns. She is. When people say she is harassing the McCanns, she's definitely not stalking them. But one could argue she's harassing them, right? But she's come in. She's come in with all of these things that I've just mentioned. The markings, the similarities, looking like Jerry and Emily, and the memories, and the thing in the eye, which is massive. So Kate and Jerry have brought this on by saying forever, well, since 2007, that they're looking. They're looking for their missing daughter that they still believe is out there. They still believe she's alive and they still believe she's out there. Okay, well, you've got someone here with all of these characteristics that fit and match. £60, do a DNA test, find out, maybe get your daughter back. And if she's lying, she's got no credibility. She's gone. I've used this saying before. She'd be squatted like a fly, and she'd be out your lives. But that isn't being done. So then it gets us all. It gets us all. Thank you, Angie. It gets us all asking these questions. There's 800 people here. It's quite a big live for my channel. Obviously, Ron coming in has helped with those numbers. If you could all like this video, I'd really appreciate it. We'll push it around. If you like the video, it tells YouTube that we need to move this video about. If you are new over here, then welcome. Thank you for sticking around if you've been here the whole time. Subscribe to this channel and check it out. This channel does. Let me go back to my. Let's go back a minute. So I'm just going to quick overview of what this channel does if you are new here. My bio. This channel strives to seek the truth and justice by bringing you real life stories, interviews with people from all walks of life. So I've interviewed like John Wedger and Julia, Peter Falding about his him saying that he found Nicola Bulley in the river. I cover true crime and I do original documentaries and everything that I think is, of course, in my opinion. And I've got a few playlists. I'm going to my playlist here. So I've got the Madeline McCann case playlist. I've got the John Wedger series. I've got the Nicola Bulley case, and I've got the Moors murders case. So each of these. Thank you very much. Just having a little read of these. Yeah, thank you for everyone that's here, still sticking around. I really appreciate it. This channel is it's slowly growing, and I really appreciate you being here today. And yeah, go and check out the Madeline McCann case playlist. The playlist that I've got. So whether it's Madeline or the John Wedger series or the Nicola Bulley case or the Moors murders, you are very welcome. Uber Fuba. Sorry, I pressed the wrong one then. Hi Lisa, how you doing? Yeah, so the playlist that I have got, this is my ADHD now, right? So yeah, let's listen to Casimir. Let's get me to 18,000. I don't know where I'm at. Where am I at now? Where am I at now? 17.8. Okay. I'd love to get to 18 by the morning. So if you want to subscribe, that'd be fantastic. Slowly creeping towards the 20,000. Slowly. So yeah, just back to again. The reason why me and Ron get on so well is because we've both got ADHD coming out of our ears, our nose, our eyes, and our mouths. So that's why we get on so great. So that is why the podcast we're doing, which is the Loose Women for Men, is going to be great, because we're happy to talk about our own issues. So it's a great place for you guys to come in and talk about any of yours. It's a place for men's issues, but women are, of course, welcome because your input is very valuable and you may learn stuff about us as well. So, right, ADHD, back to what I was saying. The playlist that I've got, so the Nicola Bulley case, I interviewed Peter Falding, who said that he found Nicola Bully in the river. I've been down to St Michael's on Wire. I've checked the whole area out. I've done a Q&A with Peter Falding with questions from the public. The Moors murders case, I've done work with the brother of Moors murders victim. He's called Terry Kilbride. He's a brother of John Kilbride. Did a documentary with him. He gave me letters from Ian Brady, which are on my channel, which I had a look at and read. We went and visited all of the graves on the moors. So my playlist and the cases, they all involve people that were involved, if that makes sense. And the Madeline McCann case as well. Julia, obviously done stuff with Julia, and the John Wedger series is, every video is, well, it's with John Wedger, but it's about things that, let me click on it a second. Let me click on the John Wedger one. I can't even open it. What's going on here? So we spoke about, I will get John Wedger on with something like when the riots were going on last year. We did a video about Broken Britain, or the Diddy stuff, which is quite recent. Let me have a look. Jill Dando, the murder of Jill Dando. So, you know, stuff that's kind of got, I want a policeman's input on, or former Scotland Yard detectives input on. Yeah, so those riots, the Southport stabbings, Jill Dando. What else did he say? Yeah, anything where you want kind of a police officer's perspective. He talked about interviewing Baby P's mum. So yeah, check it out. And then I've got interviews. I've got a big long list of interviews with many people. I can't seem to open. I'll tell you what. These are the people. Before I leave, I'm just going to run through the people that I have. Cheers, Christian. Right, so before I leave you alone, because I'm going to go to the gym and I pump a bit of the old iron, I will leave you with who I have interviewed on this channel. And that is in its own playlist as well. So, Charlie Lawson, Jim McDonald from Coronation Street. Random, but he's a friend of mine. Nathan Aspinall, who is a world number 10 darts player. Larry Barker, who is one of Ronnie Barker's sons, who actually created The Future's Bright, The Future's Orange. Terry Kilbride, brother of John Kilbride, second victim of Myra Hindley and Ian Brady in the Moors murders. I did a documentary at Peter Falding's home. Peter Falding, who did the search for Nicola Bully and claimed that he found her. John Wedger, a lot of John Wedger ones. A interview with Peter Falding saying I did find Nicola Bully in the river. I got an interview with someone that was a gambling addict. An interview with a lady called Stacey, who was abducted for only a short amount of time, but she was abducted nonetheless. More with John Wedger, Broken Britain, the Southport murders. Sean Atwood. I interviewed Sean Atwood, so obviously a lot of you will know of Sean Atwood. So I interviewed Sean Atwood on surviving one of America's toughest prisons and his whole life story. An interview with a nice lady who actually lost her transgender son. They took their own life. So it's all real life stories. It's all real life stories. I interviewed Julia, obviously, a couple of occasions. Interviewed somebody whose family was family and friends were involved in the tsunami in 2004. This guy came from Sri Lanka to my school, and a lot of his friends and family. More friends were lost in the tsunami. An interview about with a lady called Maggie, and she is a mental health and well-being. She won the Mental Health and Well-being Special Recognition Award. So we talk about a certain narcotic that you put up your nose, and alcohol, and the effects of the come down and how lethal they can be. And yeah, that's so. I've got quite a long list of interviews. So right, thank you very, very much. Yeah, Kaza. Yeah, I spoke to Ron today about that. Let me do that now. Let me do that now. Quick, hold on. Let me do that now, and then I'm gonna just end this and give my final thought live, clicking on my own video, which is always a bit weird. Right, where is okay? Where is where's Lisa? Is it Lisa? It's Lisa B, innit? Hold on. It's hold on. 1 second. Right. Something's happened here. It's kind of frozen. Lisa B. Right, there you are. Yeah, Leslie. Leslie, catch up. It's been quite a good stream. For some reason, it won't let me click anything. Let me just refresh it. And then I'm gonna end this really good stream. I've really it's been really good. It's really good to have loads of new people here. Consider subscribing to the channel, like the video, and check some of my work out if you don't mind. Right, Lisa, for some reason, it's not working. It's not working right now. But anyway, guys, yeah, again, thank you for checking out this video. Thank you to Ron, who is obviously he's live on Sean Atwood's channel now. Now I want to let you know. I want to let you all know. 1 second. Well said, Teresa. I want to let you all know that at 11 o'clock on, I might as well go 5 more minutes, and then it's an hour and a half. So whoever sticks around for the hour and a half gets a gold star. You don't actually get the gold star, so I told a bit of a lie there. 11 o'clock, Sean Atwood. I believe this is Ron's words. So if he's not there, then blame Ron. Thank you, Lisa. Sorry, my ADHD going everywhere again. 11 o'clock, Sean Atwood's channel. I believe it's going live because that is apparently when the time may be up for when Julia may be released. If she got arrested at 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. If she got arrested at 8 o'clock, then 24 hours has surpassed. But there's something about it's between 8 and 11. So maybe we're not sure when she was arrested. So I think it's just an 8 to 11 time frame. Yeah, I'll just put that there. Maybe it's an 8 to 11 time frame where Julia could be released. So check out Sean Atwood at that time. Yeah, check out Sean Atwood at 11 o'clock, and we'll have an update. I'll be there. I'll be seeing what's going on. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've got a bad neck. I don't often go live, you know. My normal subscribers and viewers will tell you that I don't often go live. I've got too much ADHD. and I just go like all over the shop. But the meat of the video has been done with me and Ron, so it's kind of not that. It's not that much of an issue now that ADHD flying all over the show. So yeah, I don't often go live, but I've really enjoyed this one, and it's important. It's an important. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you very much. It's an important. It's an important thing to talk about. Lisa B, thank you. You just raised my self-esteem. No, I overthink when I'm like, if I did live every single day, I'm like, I'm looking at my like my notes, wanting to engage with the chat. Have I missed a comment? Have I said that? I was talking about that, but now I've just started talking about that, and I've missed that important bit, and I should have said that. So my head's all bloody over the place. Thank you, Leslie. Yes, my head's all over the place, but it's kind of funny, isn't it? I'm gonna leave us going till 1 minute and 30. No, I'm not. See, 1 minute, 1 hour and 30. So, again, yeah, one more time, like the video, subscribe, share this. Let's get it moving out there. Go and check out. I can't give myself a break. I'm my biggest. Yeah, I'm my biggest critic. You'll finish the live and overanalyze everything. I'll be there in the gym later lifting weights going, oh God, how did that go? It's all right. I'm never going live ever again. No, it's been good. That has been good. The main bit is let's do that. The main part of the video is what me and Ron have done. And that's the important bit, getting all that information out and bringing it over to you. I love that. Don't overthink. Love that. Don't overthink. I was like, do you know what that is like when someone is going absolutely off their head and you go, "Oi, calm down. Calm down." It's the last thing that works. But I'm glad everyone's enjoyed the live. Glad everyone's enjoyed it. I've got, 2 more minutes to go. The thing is as well though, I've got OCD as well. I've got OCD and ADHD. I've got the doubler. I've got the bloody doubler. Got the 2 for the price of 1. So yeah, thank you to the stork that dropped me at birth and gave me both of them. Do you know what I mean? Bloody hell. Yeah, next week, I know I've said this a few times, but anyone that's new, in another 2 minutes, I know. We'll keep going. We'll just keep going. No, I am. I could have autism. Got a bit of everything. A bit of autism, bit of ADHD, bit of OCD, but hey ho, we are who we are. Right, the final minute and a half countdown. Thanks every single person. What's going on? Like, someone's not happy with someone. I'm not gonna bring attention to it, but your lives are better, Luke. You're fun. We'll have a bit of that. We'll have a bit of that from Amethyst. Thanks for all the love. Another 2 minutes. Another 2 minutes. Oh, we trolls. Exit stage door to the right. The door is here. I'll even open it for you. Okay, so I am going to go now because I'm going to get myself to the gym. I need to go to the shops first to get some food for after the gym. I need to get myself like, yeah, Need to get some protein in. Need to get protein heavy. Oh, someone got the boot. Who got someone get booted out? Someone been evicted. Yeah, so gonna go get my food, then I'm gonna go to the gym. Thanks to everyone that's stuck around. Really, really appreciate it. Hit like on this video. Share this video. Subscribe to the channel. I want to try and get to 18,000 subscribers. I'm about 200 away, and if you could help me get there, that would be most appreciated. I've loved seeing all the new names here today. I've loved seeing all the interaction and all of the kind words. And let's see what happens with Julia. Sean Atwood, 11 o'clock. He will have more things, more of an update for you about Julia. We just want the truth for Julia, and I'm just going to end on this sentiment. 4 parents out there. It's 4 parents. When I say 4 parents, there's obviously only 2 are going to be the real ones. I mean, if any. But hello to Australia. But there's 4 people that can nip this in the bud, and all they need to do is a DNA test, and give Julia some answers. That's all it takes. 1 of 4 people to do the DNA test. It's not that much of a big ask. It's quite easy to do. Everyone go and check out Sean Atwood at 11 o'clock. It's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed it. Thanks for all the new people. I'm off now. Last time, like, share, subscribe, and check out my content and check out the playlists. Have a great evening, and as always, peace out, everybody.